Good morning, ma'am. I'm Shankar and this is Madhumita. And we are from SRM University, Ramapuram. We are doing our third year right now. We are pursuing CSE AML, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, and we are working as interns with Dorai Foundation. And we came to know about you, a youth leader who is involved in a lot of social services. And we were very inspired by what you've done so far. And we wanted to know more about you, and we wanted to ask you a few questions.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so what quietly guided you to choose defense and strategic studies as your mainstream of study?
So basically from my schooling start, I was very clear in my mind that I want to join armed forces. So when I started after my 12th, I just got 77%. So with that, I hadn't focused at where can I put into it. So I had basically two streams in my hand. That was history and next was defense strategic studies. I researched what is the basic need for armed forces, which studies can be suitable. So when I searched in Google, I got something different, defense and strategic studies, which is available only two colleges, Guru Nanak and one in Vellore College. So when I researched into it more, what is defense strategic stands for, what are the subjects which covers. So I just came to know that it is very similar to what we study in CS, because we study many subjects which covers history, modern history, political science, which is basically covered by defense and strategic studies. Apart from studying in that particular field, we can study more like international relations, international studies. Armed forces is all about doing everything, both in India and internationally. So defense and strategic study is really very important for person who wants to pursue armed forces. Basically, any field degree can pursue defense, go in defense field, but this degree gives you more clear-cut idea. Basically a normal person who is pursuing BA political science or engineering student, they have direct entries. Engineering students get technical entries into it. But person like us who is from background of arts, defense and strategic study, when we mention in interview, it gives us more enhances to our profile. So defense and strategic field work is very important for a person who wanted to pursue in armed forces, because as I mentioned, it has very good impact in our life. And not only if we don't join armed forces, we can go for international study, we can do our PhD, we can complete a doctorate and become a professor also. I know many, even my professors who mentored me, they had an ambition to join armed forces, but due to some circumstances they were not able to join. So they completed their PhD and they came to in the field and they are inspiring new people for this. So I had two clear-cut idea. If not in defense and strategic study, if I don't go in armed forces, at least I can help the students who wanted to join. I can start a coaching class, or I can become a professor. Anything. I had two basic ideas in this field. So if I wanted to pursue, because mind changes every day. If I wanted to pursue armed forces, I can go. If I wanted to become a professor, I can go with this field. So it's not in this field you don't need any particular BA degree to become a professor. So I had two basic ideas. I can do my PhD and get a doctorate degree and do my thesis and join as a professor in the same college, because defense strategic studies is very important. And in place like Chennai, Tamil Nadu, only two colleges has defense and strategic studies, which is my Guru Nanak College and in Vellore College. Only two colleges has defense and strategic studies. So this gave me like something unique where I can because you would not do defense and strategic study. It's very rare degree. Yeah, you didn't hear out of it. Even when I searched for my field, which degree suits me a lot, I hadn't, as mentioned, history and defense strategic studies. So I asked my parents. They never stopped me to do what I want. He told whatever you want to study, you study. Then I chose that this degree suits me. If not in armed forces, I can do anything. I can continue my PG in international studies, international relations. So it gives me a clear-cut idea. So it's somewhat not in armed forces, somehow related to government jobs, I can be placed to writing SSC exams, not serious. I can go for SSC, I can go for RPF exams, CRPF exams. This small degree has so many branches where I can connect through government field. So yeah, my basic idea was to getting a government job. Okay. My first preference was armed forces, then all other fields. So yeah.
Okay. How would you describe the impact in NCC through your way?
You mentioned you were a part of NCC in your school and colleges, right?
Yeah.
So how did that impact you and on what you are today and the social services you're doing right now?
So the person sitting before you is all because of NCC only. So NCC 3 years plus 2 years in my school life carried totally 5 years. in that main motto of NCC is unity and discipline. So in every person's life, discipline is very important. If we are any field, engineering field or in social work field or armed forces, discipline is very important. So leadership, I learned leadership, discipline, how to handle situations. I can survive in any tougher situation now. The camps which I attended, I would like to share an experience of my RDC first camp, which was held in Avadi Police Battalion. I went there. I didn't have any. That was my first camp with one of my seniors. I went to that camp. The 10 days was very tough to survive. There's no proper food. There's no proper water. There's no clean washrooms. So that camp taught me how to survive in tougher situations. So yeah, basically, just can you repeat the question? What was that implementing in?
Sorry, the question. How did you being a part of NCC in the school days and college days made you who you are right now? Like, what were the values you learned throughout, which helps you to do the community service you're doing right now?
Yeah, so discipline, leadership, commitment. The commitment word that taught me in the NCC, because when we become seniors, we have 2 batches under us, whom we should train, whom we should make what we are today. Like if we are in senior post, our juniors should be trained as well. That commitment is important. Then we have to handle our college life also, going to classes, making a study, get good marks, and in academic way also. And personally, when I do social work, commitment is also as well as important. So whatever I am today is all because of NCC, because it's taught us leadership quality, commitment, discipline, and mainly punctuality. So any place we should be punctual. So I do believe that if the time is 11 o'clock as told us to report, I will make sure that NCC taught me to be there by 10:55, 10:30. We should not be late by 11:1, 11:2. I just hate being there by 11:1, 11:2. I apologize that I'm sorry I'm not punctual. For a normal person, it's okay, just 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But for us in the field of NCC, that 2 minutes, 3 minutes would have a great impact, because if you don't be on time on 11, it's 11 minutes 1 second, we would get punished. So I was through that training, I was being molded in that way that if I don't value the time won't value me. So that basic idea I got from NCC. Normal person is like 2 నిమిషం లేట్ impact. But for me it impacts, because if that 1 minute could have changed something, change some decision or if the presence would have changed something. But if I'm late, okay, that would have impacted. I would start feeling guilty that okay, I would have changed that way. That minute by minute really matters a lot in person's life in any field. So yeah, so discipline, unity. So next comes unity. When you're working in a team, you should be connected to everyone. Like you should understand each problem, personal problem, professional problem. Everyone, if 5 people are working, all 5 of them have to give same importance to the work. And unity really matters a lot when you're in a particular field. So yeah, unity. I have learned unity, how to talk to people, how to interact with the people. We used to conduct many activities during our time. We used to conduct many activities where that time was my first stage talk when I went to Tiruvamir Park. That was where we held an event on drug awareness. When I stood in stage, I was literally, my hands and legs were shivering. So I was like, okay, I have to speak. If I don't speak, the after impact will be in my college. I used to get huge ragadas. We'd be dead in the ground if you don't talk there. So that made me, NCC mold me whatever way today I am. Though it in talking way, talking manner, how to respect people, whom should we talk in which manner. If someone is younger, we should politely guide them. If someone is elder than me, okay, I have to talk in a respected manner. If I've been misguided, I would be pulled back and taught me that this is wrong. That is what NCC taught me. Surviving to the toughest.
So, how did you get in touch with Dorai Foundation? Like, there are a lot of other organizations as well. What made Dorai Foundation special to you, and what connection do you have towards it to be a youth leader at once?
So yeah, to be frank enough, as you are guys in second year, when second year came to end, internship was must. So we tried to make, to be frank, we made fake certificates as well. But one of my friend Deepthi told that no, we can't do something to be fake enough. Let's do something which is we had really 1 month to start our college. We had 2 months of break, and 1 month we had time to do our internship. So last 20 days we planned, like we started searching, and to one of our ex-senior, super senior, we came to know about Dorai Foundation. Deepthi, she only spoke. I didn't have any connection with them. I just asked, should we come? Is it important? போய்தான் ஆகணுமா? எதுக்கு நம்ம ஏதாச்சும் ஃபேக் சர்டிஃபிகேட் ரெடி பண்ணி பார்த்துக்கலாம், பைவாத நம்பர் சார் தானே பார்த்துக்கலாம்னு சொன்னேன். But no, she pulled me. போய்தான் ஆகணும். So 5 of them went. First day she told us, ma'am is very strict. ஒண்ணுங்க பண்ணலன்னா மேம் திட்டுவாங்க. அது everything told. I was like, okay, let's go and make a try. உள்ள போனோடனே she had a very smiling face. She welcomed us. She explained about Dorai Foundation. That I had an idea of doing social work, but I didn't get a proper field to do now because through many rumors or fact that if you donate something, some people will use it, some people will misuse it. So I was always wanted to do something for society, but I didn't get any right field or right guidance. So when I went to Dorai Foundation, Sumitra ma'am, I got it. Yes, this is the field where I can work, where I can stay back. So in 21 days of internship, I got lot of scoldings. Like not a single day went without scolding. So when I visited few places, when we had different visits, when we did many works, many projects. The first project was Project Shiksa, where we were hardly 5 minutes late. All the students were there in the EF and we went 5 minutes late. And then I was like, okay, I'm late. Ma'am, I'm sorry. Ma'am was like, now you have to start, rush up. So that was my first project where I worked, and when I gave the bags to the students, I saw a smile in their face. That was like, yeah, this is what I want. Because social work in this field doesn't need any...
What was your first project?
Project Shiksha. In DF.
In DF itself?
Yeah. So Nagalakshmi Akka was heading this project, and I was not a youth leader at all. So when I went there, I met Naga Akka. She told me everything. She told me more detail about Dorai Foundation, like what are the projects, what projects she worked. Everything she started telling me, I was like, wow, this is a field where I can actually work. I can meet so many people. I can meet Sumitra ma'am. Because Sumitra ma'am is something that she has all the knowledge stuff. How much ever we can grab it, we can grab it. She won't give any end point to that person. Then I used to, by scolding, by knowledging of ma'am, I gained many new connections. I started working on projects. So that spark of ma'am, that energy of ma'am inspired me a lot. Like in that age, if she, age is just a number. If she can do it, she just needs a support. She never asked that you come and work. I voluntarily asked that, ma'am, can I come to this? She was always hard welcoming. So when after 21 days of internship, one of that there was a ma'am who visited Dorai Foundation. She took a video. Then I went again. From that point I started not an intern, as a volunteer. I started doing volunteering things. We had many projects upcoming. Ma'am told me that you do this, you do that. Then when I started doing work, ma'am got a trust on me. Like, you handle project individually. She used to give me a list that these things should be done. I would done this thing. That's it. The project's over. So that is very important. That made me stay back in Dorai Foundation. Not only gave me endpoint in the internship, but till now, what I am today as youth leader really means a lot to me. Because that youth leader is not a short word. Volunteer is something different. Youth leader is something different. Being a youth leader gives more responsibility to your shoulder, that you have to do more things. As much as trust we gain, as much as fear I gain more. Because if something I did mistake, it would upset ma'am, it would upset community, it would upset me. So I don't want to take any point of risk. So I feel very, when ma'am gives me so much work and she appreciates me, I feel like, okay, I have to do more. Or else I would feel, then I would not be capable to be youth leader. So that's fear is still in me, that no, I have to do more with Sumitra ma'am.
What do you think Dorai Foundation has a different approach or a different meaning?
So Dorai
Compared to
Foundation,
other organizations, like what makes this specific organization so special that interested you the most? Like, do you have anything to point out that this organization does better than other stuff? Or
You could have gained some trust over there, working as an intern.
see, all the organizations have different motives. But our Dorai Foundation works in all fields. It doesn't leave any single field. It works all fields. More women empowerment, disaster management, education, health, everything. That inspired me a lot. Many NGOs. I'm not aware about many NGOs because from starting I'm here, so I'm not aware about many NGOs. But this NGO inspired me a lot. It's actually a home for me. Whenever I go there, I feel like I'm in my home. So that inspired me a lot. Like, The Dorai Foundation is not only standing but with single motto, it has lot of motto. So that inspired me a lot. I don't know about many NGOs, I'm not much connected with others, but when I go there, I visit different places, I was like, they are particular of speaking about some only one vision, elderly people or children or health.
Even I have heard of like helping only one particular, like as you said, elderly people, children, like a person with disabilities.
But as you see, DF doesn't stick on one person. It has multiple these things, multiple projects, multiple impacts, multiple projects, multiple volunteers in it. So that made me very. That's why I believe Dorai Foundation is very unique. And Dorai Foundation itself has a full form.
Okay.
So I really got very inspired about Dorai Foundation, the projects with ma'am, obviously for sure.
How long have you been with Dorai Foundation? How many
It's
years?
been 1 year.
1 year. Since this last year, there's obviously been countless number of projects you've attended, countless number of places you've been, many people you've spoken to, interacted with, let it be children, elderly, disabled people. There must be one single moment in your head stuck, right? Like this particular reference over here, this made me feel happy about myself. This motivated me to do more. This expected myself to become a better person to help the community. There's going to be one specific interaction or something, right? Can you explain one of them?
That's always Jeevan Self-Help Group. I always say in batch that this made me really bring a smile to the person who are disabled. So first, I would give a brief explanation about this project. So when we started, we had a motive of physically challenged people. As I said in the morning, we had physically challenged people. When we talked to them, they were actually very happy that we didn't start. We just had an interaction with them, like what are the expectations, what they need. That interaction itself they made, they were so happy that okay, someone wanted to employ us. They will be getting salary. They can help the family in financial way. So when we start, but due to some circumstances, we didn't able to employ physically challenged people. We employed hearing impaired, and when they came, when I talked to them, they were so happy that thank you so much for employing us. We didn't know that some people like us would also get employed. So that actually got stuck to me, that why can't they do? If they can, why can't we do? So person with hearing disabled is not physically challenged people also can at least talk, communicate. They have the wheelchair facilities. There are multiple facilities available to them. They have that artificial legs to be provided, artificial hands. They have little bit of facilities, but hearing impaired doesn't have any facilities. So I got inspired from these people only. Like if they can do, why can't I do? If they can create an impact in society, they can help their family. Being not a normal person, being a disabled person, why can't I do? That point inspired me a lot. Like, yeah, I'm a normal person. I am capable of doing so many things. Then I should not sit silently, and go home, watch TV, watch Instagram. I should do something better version of society, creating an impact on them. So, yeah, Jeevan Self-Help Group inspired me a lot. So that particularly stayed me back, and next project, obviously Project Shiksha, was one of my favorite projects, where actually giving education. There's a saying called Vidyadan is Mahadan. So that when we give education to a particular person, we are actually creating an impact. If the person is educated, he can be IAS officer, IPS officer, he can be a businessman, anything. But if the person is not educated, he will go in wrong way. So by providing, they didn't provide lakh of students in a single 5 persons, 10 persons, 1 person student. We provide scholarship or give them bags, give them pouch. They feel happy. Like, okay, we are not through. I didn't contribute till now in 1 year any financial way. My present was there, but I didn't contribute any financial way. I usually tell ma'am say that person contributing financial way is not important. Your presence, your appearance is very much important. Shiksha, that made me like, okay, always contributing in financial way is not very much important. Your presence, your contribution, if you go and buy bags also, ma'am would appreciate, okay, you spent your time. Shiksha, you have spent your time and you got those things, that is also important. If I would give money, I can't go and buy, I have some work, but you went and buy, you spent your time. That is very important. So your presence made things important. So yeah.
It's interesting that your name is also Shiksha, and and your favorite moments also belong to the Shiksha project.
Yeah, the
It's
ma'am.
such a coincidence.
Yeah, when I went inside, ma'am told me Project Shakti, like, Ma'am, when she asked me what's your name, I was like, ma'am, my name is Shiksha. She was like, oh, very nice. You can have a project called Shiksha. That was, I was like, okay, ma'am, that's. Then I came to know about more. Then that inspired me a lot. So I always tell ma'am, my favorite project is called Shiksha. I always know because your name is of Shiksha. You're much connected to education. You can provide education, and that's always your favorite project. So just a coincidence, but I really liked a lot about this project by saying that Vidyadan is Mahadan. If we give education to a person, then somewhat other he grows up, become a good position, or somewhere he can help his family. That's bring me happiness. So last time we gave a scholarship to 5 single mom students, kids. They were sex workers and single women. When we called to them DF, and they were like, they told me very particularly, don't mention the work which I do to the kids, because they do not wanted to know what they do, what they do. I was like, don't worry, ma'am, we will not disclose anything. We'll just bring the student there, we'll get their details so that we can give them scholarship. But we paid 1 year of college fees and school fees of 5 students. 3 of them from college and 2 of them from school. So we went there. I was not able to call. My presence was not there because I was there in NCC camp. But whatever way I could contribute, I was in call. Whenever I used to get free time, I used to call that person who's going to give a scholarship. I used to call, ma'am, tomorrow you have to go to this college. Sumatra ma'am will be accompanying you, so you can do this stuff. So I was not able to physically. I was not present. So I was like very sad. Like, it's my favorite project. I have to be there. I was coordinating. Ma'am was like, it's okay, Shiksha, you just coordinate into call. It will be done. So yeah, these 2 things really stayed back to me. The Shakti project and Shiksha project. All the Shakti projects inspired me a lot.
Okay. What has been a subtle learning while working under Smita ma'am?
You mean, what did I learn?
Yeah.
She's an amazing woman as well, and she has a lot of qualities that you can follow, and you seem like a pretty amazing person as well.
Yeah, so I learned a lot from Sumitra ma'am. Like, she's very down to earth. She's very down to earth, and the way she talked to people, the way she's a person like, if she just a minute before she scolded me, 1 minute later she used to come and praise me. So like, we should not be a same person everywhere. Like, we should change in situation. If the situation tells me I should get scolding, I did something wrong, I should get scolding. A minute later, if I alterize the thing, did better, then she comes and bless me. She's like, good work, Shiksha. That quality inspired me a lot. Like, we should react according to the situation. We should not be like, if we are angry the whole day we should be angry or be upset. Just change according to the situation. We should adapt the situation. We should be a good leader to the society. Because being not a politician leader, like how they dominate people, we should actually create a good impact in society. She's in this field from past 20 years. Dorai Foundation has just few months back has completed 2 decades of being in social work. So when I saw the numbers in Common Projector, I was like, okay, ma'am has been in this field from time when I was not even born. From that time, she has so much knowledge, she has so much insight in her that inspired me a lot. I always see her, ma'am, you are my role model. Because a person being role model, we should know everything about them. I was inspired each quality about her. The way she reacts to each situation, the way she talks, the way she handles situation really inspired me a lot. That main qualities I learned under when I was returning or being youth leader of the Dorai Foundation, that made me inspired a lot.
From a third person's point of view, doing all this community service and works, it requires you to get your hands dirty, right? Being a woman, how did you tackle it? Like, did it feel safe? Like, you're going to a lot of different places where it's not subtle for a woman to actually travel to those places. Like, there's obviously been a lot of rumors and a lot of problems ongoing on that specific area.
Like, how did you overcome that?
How did you overcome that, and how did you fight that? There's a stereotype, right? Like, if you go to the north side of Chennai, then it's not safe. It's obviously not safe because of the rumors spread by them, and there are certain instances that happened over there which also impacted on what we think of that place today. So while traveling to those places, those kind of places, how did you tackle those?
See, I will never, whenever I do any social work or community work, nothing stopped me being a woman. Because you mentioned hand dirty, what does it mean?
Getting your hands dirty, as in you have to go to that place, you have to work not you need your physical presence over there, right? Like you can't
Like,
just coordinate with the call.
even you are interested in that, it's your first time working there, to being with them. You were not like not
in
having
starting
a past
stage I had a fear that okay, I have to go to that place. Okay, how would the people react? But when the first thing, when I went to Gypsy community and rural community, where people were completely different, not the normal people what we are in general society. The people were completely different. That little bit feared me when I went, I talked to them. When I asked Mataram how should I tackle these things, she told just don't ever hesitate to being a woman. Don't stop any community work or social work that you are women. I never got any back off from my family. That was a big support. I usually tell with them that my family always supported me. My father, my mother, they never stopped me to doing any social work. They always like, okay, go fine, but be back home soon. But I will never, when I go to DF, I'll never be back home soon. By 6 o'clock, no chance. But my father, little bit scared, like, okay, be home soon. So that thing little bit stopped me in some particular time. But okay, when I sit back, when I just take, if I'm confused in a status, like, okay, should I travel there? Is it safe? But when I come sit back, okay, there are many air facilities with me. I can share my live location to someone. My live location, my father, my friends. Like, okay, if I'm not picking up the call or I'm stuck somewhere, if you see something fishy, then track my live location. So in that particular, we have so much technology. We can share our live locations. So if we have so many facilities, why should we stop ourselves? So whenever I go physically, I don't have any personal problem to go physically work. I always wanted to be myself, to be down to earth. So whenever I go there, I really make me happy. Nothing stopped me pushing me back. So always my seniors, my friends, always my father, my mother, always stand backside of me, supporting me, because family support is very important for a woman. And a person like me, always getting help from my father is really very important. So always my father stands to me, holded me that we go. If something wrong is, if we feel there's something not safe, so please share me your live location. Not just that to know about the place, that to make me satisfied that you're safe. That's it. If I don't pick up the call, you will be calling me back. So we don't worry, Appa, I'm safe. I'm with Sumitra. The word when I mentioned that I'm with ma'am, he was like, okay, fine, I don't have any stress. So yeah, you're safe. Nothing pushed me back. If even I had an fear to going that, I call up my one of my senior and say that senior, I'm very fear to go. Even just before a live interview, I was very scared. Senior, pesi avunu live interview online solita. Like no, go for live interview. Because I'm scared of these few things to share talks. My hands and legs were shivering. So that stage was very tough for me. But I used to tackle it out, and now I don't fear. I go anywhere and wherever I want. Nothing stopped me back.
Throughout your journey, you've witnessed a lot of stuff, right? So if you had one opportunity to go back to your younger self and give yourself an advice on to do something better and improve yourself, what would that occasion or what would that advice be?
I would have joined Dorai Foundation earlier in my stage. Not joining in college 3rd year or 2nd year. I would have joined at my 12th or 11th. That moment I would have changed so that I could get a lot of experience. Because that time was COVID. Whenever I learned from ma'am that contribution of Narayan sir, I was like, oh shit, I should have joined that time. At least my contribution was there. So I would have, if I would had a time machine going back, would have fit myself before Dorai Foundation, not so late, but before. So I was always telling ma'am, if I got this known about this, I would have joined before itself. So she always said, time is not important, Shiksha, late comes never. So she always tell me that it's okay, you join now, we have so long way to go.
So how did you and Narayan sir meet up, and how did you figure this whole thing together, and how did you guys get connected?
Yeah, so I didn't know Narayan sir before. Then when we talked to Sumitra ma'am, she told me to coordinate with Narayan sir. She just gave me a number. I don't know how to speak to him.
You're working with him right now, right?
Yeah, I'm working with him right now. Then before just now, it's been a month be working with Narayan sir. Before that, I was just a youth leader. We used to interact through social work field. So when first time when I called Narayan sir for the self-help group only, first interaction was with self-help group. When I called him, I was very inspired the way he inspires. Like I never stop anyone working. There's no excuse that your hearing impaired or physically challenged could stop you. If you're passionate enough, then any person can be employed in this field. Shiksha, he just that word, that sentence look okay. That he has so much things inside him that he wants to implement it. He needs he has a good idea. He wanted to implement it. So that point when I started interacting with Narayan sir, then I came here with the women's. Then I met Narayan sir first time. Then we had a good interaction with them. Then the year passed by. We even had good talking. Whenever it's feeling social work, whenever we need something from Proof Foods, I used to call sir. But when after my college, when I was looking for jobs, then Sumitra ma'am told me that Narayan, you can go employ with Narayan sir. You can always, as well as take care of self-help group, and you can go professionally and work with him. So when I called up Narayan sir, I introduced myself again. He was like, "Yes, I know you. Tomorrow you can come at 11 o'clock." We had a good interaction with him. He explained me what can be done, what can be improved, or what stuff can be done. So when he told me that come next day himself you can join. So there was no okay, you should join this day and that day. He told me that if you want to work from today, you can join today. If you want to work from tomorrow, you can start from tomorrow. He never says no to any work. If you have it inside, you can work anytime. Nothing can stop you. It doesn't mean that you only have to work in corporate field or you have to join armed forces. My background was complete to join armed forces. This is something completely different. I'm doing. Market is new for me. Everything is new for me. So still I'm learning a lot from Narayan sir, from Sumitra ma'am. These things are still holding me back.
Are you satisfied with what work you do right now?
Yeah, I'm feeling blessed that I'm working with such great people who have so much knowledge with them. Some day by day I get more knowledge and I can improve myself. That satisfaction, I never see any job as something big or something dumb. Everything is equal to me. So nothing stopped me, nothing. I always feel satisfied with this. Whatever I am, I'm satisfied with it.
It was really inspiring hearing your story and your part of how you managed to become who you are right now and today. And we as interns, we also want to someday become someone like you.
Obviously.
Which seems like a huge goal for us, but we will try our best to follow your footpaths. And
there's nothing to follow anyone's footpath. If you are really wanted to work in this field, you're always welcome to Dorai Foundation. If you want any type of help, always welcome. We never should not ever force to be something where social work field. I always tell to your interns, don't force yourself to be in the social work field because commitment, dedication, punctuality requires very important in field like social work. So if you really want to work on it, then social work field is open for you. If not, then it's not for you. I always tell each and every batch. Whoever comes, interact with me, ask me, I always tell these things. Yeah.
so thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for this interview. Thank you.
Thank you.